we go straight into the match. Let's look at Set, Awelish, Geb bans from UofL. Again, on the order side, Tiamat, Persephone, Odin ban for Michigan. Morgan Le Fay picked by Rice Master. Rice Master saying, give me something different. And I am enjoying it. Show me what you got. Kepri, Artio, first picks. Oh my god. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Cerberus for the Soul Laner. And Thanatos picked up by Binky Baby. I am liking that. Good early game pressure, snowball. That's what they want to do. Let's go. Morgan does a lot of damage to help him secure those kills. Help get them in range. And also the fear off of her sword drop is disgusting. But Michigan is going to take away the Ho Yi from super numbers. Even though they beat it, he's like, I'm going to show you what a Ho Yi looks like. So let's see what is done in response. Bans this time are going to be a little bit different because it's ADC support that are still needed to be picked, and it's mid jungle yet again for Michigan. We have an Amir ban that I don't know. Maybe they know something that I don't. As far as I know, Amir is not great right now. He is a pressure support. Can be very aggressive. I just don't know necessarily why you would pick him over other gods. But, like I said, maybe they know something I don't. Okay, I am recording. Thank goodness. And I did stop the recording between games. I'm great at this. UofL taking their time on their next ban, and it is going to be Raijin trying to get their mid laner that pressure. See if we have an ADC focused or if we're going to go yet another game without an ADC ban. A Yamoja ban. No Hunters banned. It has been open season for these ADCs, and we have seen Ho Yi twice. And Ho Yi's not even great right now. What is this life that I'm living? Last ban. See if it will go for the jungler or again towards the mid laner to get this Morgan Le Fay some pressure. I mean, can you really ban him? Okay, there it is. Humbats. Don't want to deal with that ultimate. I mean, Hunbats does chunk all by himself. And they go for the Tsukiyomi. God, I hate playing against Tsukiyomi. He sucks. And I'm pretty sure that was banned out first phase last game. Or maybe it was second. He was banned. Apollo pick for the Hunter role in UofL. Again, not really meta right now, but it fits that bow crit build that we saw super numbers run last game. So maybe it's just a comfort zone thing. And Athena! Yes! I love Athena. Athena does amazingly well helping out her entire team, setting up plays, peeling, using her ultimate after just backing to base just to get back into a fight. She is, let's see, 5th most annoying god. Again, another guardian behind Arachne. I'm making a list, apparently, of the most annoying gods in Smite. Should do a tier list one day of just annoying gods. Come on, don't mess with me. Are you really going Afro mid lane? Ah, you troll. Teasing me. Giannis picked for the Michigan mid lane. Let's go ahead and change these settings before we forget about it yet again. All right, so if we look at the roles are staying swapped. They are not being swapped between games. So Super Numbers will be your ADC yet again. Desire to Toll, instead of playing support, he will be in the solo lane, and Scent, instead of playing ADC, will be playing support. So that being said, when it comes down to the drafts, I think that instead of having the Wheelish and having the Tsukiyomi is going to be a huge boon in the way of Michigan. They are going to do a lot of annoying things with the Tsukiyomi. Um, Having the Hou-Yi instead of the Hachiman, Hou-Yi has potential to be so much better than the Hachiman, but you have to have the skill to go with it. Giannis, I mean Giannis versus Vulcan, I prefer a Giannis. Ability to reposition, um, ability to reposition his team, the potential to hit snipes. Again, you have to have the skill to go with it, and prediction and all that other stuff. And I don't care what anybody says. You have to have skill to hit that too, in the middle of a team fight. I can't tell you how many times I've whiffed that. I suck. I know. I'm a scrub, but I don't like Giannis. I just don't. He can do so much damage, but you have to hit all of his abilities. And I mean Vulcan, their mid laner was doing a fantastic job hitting the meatballs, hitting the backfires. Ultimates were iffy. Some mistimed, especially for objective secures. Um, but I mean, all in all, they won, and he was up there in the player damage, so he obviously did something right. Let's look at UofL's draft. You have Apollo. Apollo up against the Hou-Yi. I worry for this Apollo. Apollo generally wants to be very aggressive, and once he gets Ichabel online, he will be able to. The only thing is once Hou-Yi, if Hou-Yi can get his full combo off, Hou-Yi wins. It's just, my goodness. Um, Thanatos and the Morgan, I think, are going to do a lot of work. Trying to get ahead of the Tsukiyomi by abusing Giannis, I think, is going to be the big one. Getting him away from a wall and hitting him in the face with your scythe, with your Cloak of Wildfire, which is the Morgan 3. I actually know these things. And of course, you have your initiation from Athena and Cerberus as well. The one thing that Michigan is kind of lacking is their initiation. They don't have those big ultimates going. That's the go button, basically. Um, but it didn't really hurt them last time because they didn't have it last time either. So time will tell. Let's go ahead and go to assisted cam. Go to F2. Go to net worth. We are going to go look at the Gold Fury pit. Okay. Apparently somebody outside almost got hit. It's one thing I love hearing outside of my window. All right. Yeah, they just reordered it again. Capri, you. All right, let's make sure everything's good. We are good to go. So, Apollo going with the bow build as expected. Um, Rice Master going with probably straight into a Karen's coin or into a Chronos pendant. Both are viable options. I think I would prefer the Chronos pendant on Morgan Le Fay because her cooldowns are pretty long. And if she's not using her abilities, she's not really doing anything. Um, and it's a thing of, you throw out two abilities and then you're just kind of sitting there for probably a good 10 seconds, which is not preferred. Um, Mannequins on Thanatos. Naturally, we've seen this before. Tainted Steel and the Warrior's Axe again. Not preferring the Vampiric Shroud, but instead the Warrior's Axe. Um, I mean, Artio does have enough healing in her kit to warrant. There you go, the Burning Shroud. And you forgot your buff. Thank you. Unfortunate on the buff pickup, but I mean, after Giannis uses that, there's not much else he can really do. But I expect it to be... Oh, yeah. Thanatos. Was that a blink? And he's getting chunked. Oh, Thanatos missed his scythe at level 2. Giannis goes through the wall with the portal to get first blood into the speed buff. Nothing Morgan could have done. Unfortunate. Let's look how this is going. Athena gets plucked. Uses her dash to slow the Ho Yi and do damage, and this Capri is taking a bunch of damage. Dash straight through. Health bars are pretty much the same. It's kind of gross to see. Oh, but Athena gets plucked! And she's gonna die. That was a bad dash. It would have been much better if you had taunt at that point, but not a great dash. I would expect Super to go, bro, you're inting. I'm definitely gonna have to ask them about these role swaps. All right, so 2-0, Michigan up in kills. Graph's already up 1,000 gold at the 2-minute mark. That is a problem. Cheeky little portal put on the ground, but nothing going to come of it. Thanatos and Tsukiyomi meeting in the jungle again. Didn't go Thanatos' way last time. Let's look over in the duo lane. Apollo. Athena still doesn't have her taunt. That's unfortunate. Athena without a taunt, it just kind of sucks. And they're pushed back so hard right now, they really can't do too much. Ping's coming out from the Michigan mid laner saying, hey, you have Thanatos coming over that way? You might want to leave. Super Numbers getting that. Thanatos going to the back harpies instead. Just wanted to provide some relief. Instead of having... I think they were expecting a purple buff invade. I would have. Ooh, good dodge by the Athena. I was starting to clench right there. Ugh. This is so hard for Morgan to clear by herself. Takes so long. There we go. She gets the clear, but she's in trouble. Ultimate comes out just to get people off of her. And Giannis ult clips her and gets her so low. But that relieves some pressure on the duo lane from this Giannis ult as well. But Pinky jumps over into the solo lane and dunks on this Artio and grabs himself a kill. First for UofL. Looks like Giannis is getting aggressive, but he's running out of mana as well, which is something you have to be concerned about if you were Giannis. See, Tsukiyomi going left. No, that's... Thanatos didn't ult? Oh, so close to that wall. Thanatos did not ult the Artio. Woo! Getting dove under tower is the duo lane. Apollo so low. Capriol used on himself. Unfortunate. Tsukiyomi coming over just to make sure that this gank doesn't amount to anything. Stealing a harpy as well. Gets clipped. Thanatos blink. Tsukiyomi ultimate. Immediately gets feared and knocked up. Aegis. And gets away. Just like that. Alright. Giannis. What are you doing? Like, I know you think you a big boy, but jeez. So, I mean, all in all, that I mean, that was what, 1 kill for Michigan and none for UofL. It's unfortunate. Should have had that Tsukiyomi. No Crusher for these junglers, instead going Jotuns. Apollo still not finished with his Ichaival. Let's see, Athena getting aggressed on, gets plucked by the Khepri. Portal dodged around by the Athena and gets to get away. I gotta work on your positioning, my friend. Probably shouldn't have been there. I mean, not much to really gain from being there, to be honest. Khepri getting some gold from his jungler on the other side of the wall. Two carries gonna spit these harpies. The Scorpion being looked at by Michigan and will be confirmed by their hunter, Hoi. But Khepri, oh, okay, they were just boarding. Thought they were gonna get mad. Apollo and Hoi going at it. That's a Hoi ult. Gets jumped on and confirmed by Apollo. Apollo going at it. And I mean, you could call that a 1v1 because Athena never touched him. Morgan having to stay under her T1 tower. Giannis and Khepri just over there being obnoxious. And they start, did they really just start gold? They started gold. They have no problem doing this. They're just gonna pass it around, and that's gonna be an early Gold Fury sneak by UofL. I love this. Michigan had no idea. Excellent play. Excellent call from whoever made that shot call. I love it. Let's see what that did to the graphs. It jumps them back, or up into the lead for the first time. Just barely, by like 300, 400 gold, but it's a lead. You can't really go wrong with that, but Morgan Le Fay does have to be careful. She has no wards. She doesn't know Tsukiyomi's in the mid lane. She doesn't know everybody's there. That's Giannis ult. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my soul. Giannis ult is expended to grab this Morgan Le Fay kill. Definitely need some ward cover there. Not sure if it had just, you know, been used already, hadn't been put down, expired, whatnot. Athena going for some poke onto the Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi does get the stun. Thanatos blink, Thanatos scythe, Tsukiyomi ult. And Apollo ult as well. Binky grabs the kill under the T1 tower. Apollo getting chunked by this Giannis. My goodness, he does a lot of damage. Oh, he's like, Apollo's gone. What do I do? And they're all going to these oracles. Back off. Thanatos. Ooh. Good. Ooh. That stun. Hoi ult. See if Thanatos can get away. He can. He's a speedy boy. But that is Hoi ult. Pretty much for free. It didn't really have to do anything else. So I do expect this Apollo to get quite aggressive when he comes back to lane. He almost has Aussie finished. He does have Ichaival, finally done. Probably has, what, another 30 seconds, 45 seconds till his ultimate comes back. Don't exactly remember how long his ult timer is. But so for the Thanatos being 2-1, it's kind of what you would want. We are getting to about the 10-minute mark. And I mean, the good news is the lead, that 1,000 gold lead that we saw early on, hasn't been run away with. Thanatos grabbing a kill over in solo lane, dunking down onto the Tsukiyomi. And they will try to just zone him out, and he will try to, ooh! so close to Suki grabbing the Thanatos kill. But Thanatos survives. Athena grabs that kill onto the Tsukuyomi, waiting on the Khepri ult to expire. 5-4 in terms of kills for UofL. See if anything else is really kind of going on. Let's see player damage. Tsukuyomi, of course. Just all that poke damage that's able to come out, and his ultimate being able to rip through multiple people at once. It's ridiculous. Apollo wants to hit up on this Ho Yi, and he does such a great job. Chunks him to half health, making him jump away and get stunned. Ho Yi ult. He has Khepri in the wings, and they shoot. Try to grab this Khepri. Khepri's not going to be able to do enough damage, but Giannis is in the jungle, wanting this Apollo to stick around. Apollo gets out with, how much? It's like, I was like probably 30 health at the time, trying to get better at doing this job. Woo! I win. Pyromancer being looked at by UofL as well. They are very objective focused in this game. Artio coming over, seeing, hey, no, you can't have that, but they can and they will. They take it very easily. Gold Fury will be coming back up soon, something that both teams have to be wary of. Mid lane being looked at, and Gold now firmly in the grasp of UofL, and about 2.3k, as well as experience also being above 2k. Athena very deep warding, Tsukuyomi wrapping back around on her, but she will just dash away and say, nope, leave me alone. Caltrops used. There you go. Getting some good damage from the Ring of Spears. No, that's Odin's ability. I don't remember hers. She's dashing in though, quite aggressive. Gets a taunt, gets Giannis beads. And Giannis ultimate rips through. Binky takes down the Khepri. Apollo looking at this Artio. Ho Yi has to Aegis, but he's being taken out. Cerberus and Athena take out the Tsukuyomi and the Ho Yi pretty much at the same time. Apollo, Cerberus, and Morgan Le Fay all looking at this Oni Fury. Athena ult dropping in just for secure. We have Binky playing with his Artio, and the whole team collapses on her, and oh, so much healing for no reason. She goes down. Super Numbers claims that kill. This is a much different mindset. This wasn't a hugely different draft. Definitely not for when it comes the way of Michigan. They basically have the same team comp, just not a huge circle out of their mid lane. But the change was in the mindset coming into game 2 from UofL. And I love it. I fully expect to see a game 3. Hopefully I didn't just jinx them. If I did, I'm very sorry for my crimes, and you can hate me later. Let's see what that mention was before I get to look. Busy. All right, so we're looking at it. Wow, Ho Yi went trans and he's not finished stacking it yet. Khepri gets the pluck onto the Thanatos, but Tsukuyomi was already running away. Thanatos is ulting. Where are you going? Are you going for the Suki? Yes, you are. That's disgusting. Lands on a scythe. Oh, so much damage. Ooh, beautiful shell. Beautiful shell. He wouldn't have died. He would have been just at 1 health. But Athena going in. Rice Master going to grab this. Giannis. Morgan Le Fay. Oh. And Super Numbers is there. The shell coming out, though. Oh. So close to grabbing those kills. Unfortunate. Morgan Le Fay wasn't able to drown out the timer on the Khepri ult. So Hou-Yi will be resurrected. They will claim the Khepri, which is an important note. Hou-Yi still there also. He is backing away. I think he knows that Thanatos is somewhere. And of course, these two back in lane. Oh, is Thanatos up again? He is! Oh, that's just gross. Binky, you're disgusting. Oh, look at that jump! Binky taking a double in the duo, or in the solo lane. Taking, and an unstoppable at 7 kills without a death. 7-1 and 5. Oh, why did Suki come in there? Alright, ward taken out. They are going for this fire giant. Quick pull. Cerberus gonna look at zoning this Khepri and Giannis. Which, I mean, Kepri's not gonna carry. Just like, leave me alone. Giannis uses his ultimate probably way too early, to be quite honest. Fire giant so low. Hou-Yi ultimate. Thanatos pulled back in. Shut down by the Hou-Yi, but the fire giant goes the way of UofL. Athena ult. Apollo already in the air. Apollo comes down. Athena grabs the kill. Athena grabs another kill. And Cerberus ult grabs the Sardio, puts him in the air. Morgan Le Fay. Giannis beads because he's just getting pummeled in the head. Suki getting punched in the head by Morgan Le Fay. I love these team fights. They are so chaotic. Player damage. Apollo on top because he is just so aggressive. Suki going down to the Cerberus. Goodbye, sir. Why are you still there? Apollo using his song, his serenade, in order to give himself protections. I promise I won't sing to you anymore. And they will take out this T. Nope, nope, they're not. Super's just like, nope, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like towers. I'm not an ADC. Leave me alone. Going for this Pyromancer immediately. Amazing plays coming out from UofL in game 2, and I'm loving it. Look at the gold charts, and we are 7.3 in the lead. Louisville against Michigan, 19-6 in kills. I love it. As I said earlier, it's just a mindset play at this point. Has gold not even been taken yet? Or does it rotate back around to gold? Once they see this Khepri. Oh. Alright, gold started by UofL. Not sure how much of a defense will he put up. Is Giannis grabs the Gold Fury steal with his ultimate. Perfectly timed. I didn't know if he would even gonna hit it, to be honest. But he does, and he steals it, and he gives his gold to his team. And there's actually a dip of around 2,000 gold just from that Gold Fury steal. So Giannis coming in, but they still have to defend towers, and there's really not much of a defense that can be put up, to be honest. Not expecting a defense at all, especially T1s. I'm not expecting a defense of T2s either. Phoenix defense, absolutely. Yeah. They're not even going to defend this T2. They're just going to grab farm, push out waves, try to grab a T2 themselves. But they see UofL aggressing. Oh. Giannis pulled back in and landed on immediately. Khepri ult coming out. Jumped on. Giannis is in so much trouble. Athena. Oh, Super Numbers ult also up in the air. And they're just like, forget the Phoenix, let's get some kills. Already claimed the Giannis. Artio very low as well. Ho Yi also went low and went back to the base. Phoenix did go down. That was fast. I didn't even think that they took it down, to be honest. And they are still 5 men strong. Stripping buffs, stripping farm. Now looking at T1 and T2 in the mid lane. And they're not even anywhere close to full build. We're only at 20 minutes. We're sitting at a 7.5k gold lead. They, you know, gained what they lost from that Gold Fury right back. And they have a Phoenix down, which is going to be huge for this next Fire Giant spawn. And it's on the other side of the map. Very good siege and push from UofL. If they had grabbed more kills there, I think that they would have tried to end. All the carries up at the top of the player damage charts, lowest being Morgan Le Fay, who is still beating out her competition. But I have no problem with that. No problem at all. She's doing what she needs to do. This Apollo is doing work. I love it. And if they're gonna stick with this, with these role swaps, I mean, that's an interesting change up, especially during playoffs. It's like I said at the beginning before game 1, I'm fairly certain that these are like playoff brackets. Maybe that was just for one of their leagues, but they did post a bracket earlier this week, depicting playoffs for one of their leagues. So I'll have to double check on that. Fire Giant is started by UofL. Cerberus being plucked in the back, getting shredded by the Tsukuyomi Ho Yi. Apollo ult, Thanatos ult, going up into the air. Ho Yi jumping away. Thanatos and Apollo landing on the Tsukuyomi. Giannis ult whiffs. Khepri being taunted. Cerberus ult brings them all back. Ho Yi ult dunking down. Binky takes out the Khepri. Artio getting aggressed on as well. 2 for none. Going the way of UofL. I highly doubt that they're going to allow Michigan to come up any further. Fire Giant started yet again for UofL. Giannis is around the back, and Thanatos sees him, blinks, sights, and gets the immediate chunkin' kill. Giannis trying to be sneaky, thinks nobody saw him. Titan also under attack. Fire Giant goes the way of UofL, and they immediately push into the right lane. Only Artio left to defend. Ho Yi just came up. Khepri just came up. Tier 2 tower already being taken by the Apollo, the Thanatos, and the Cerberus. Are you really going to back off right now? You're going to spend your money, get your power spike, grab a Pyromancer, probably grab a Gold Fury. Yep, looks like you're going straight to the gold. Right Phoenix, or left Phoenix, from our point of view, has come up for Michigan. But I think after this Gold Fury back and by, you're going to see an immediate aggression onto the left lane. And I'm not sure how much they're going to, Michigan is going to want to defend it. Might give it a soft defense, but not willing to throw away lives for it, kind of a deal. Yeah, now it's going to be Scorpion, and into the buffs, back and by, and let's start sieging. All the towers are off the map for Michigan. Only Phoenix is left. One very weak one on the left side, away from the Fire Giant. I have to get a drink, because this is this is a good game. I like this. And I'm fully expecting a game 3. As I said earlier, I haven't jinxed it, so you can't get mad at me. they are still doing exceedingly well. Gold sitting 13k in the lead. Still matters because nobody is full build right now, which is something that I think is amazing. We are only 25 minutes in. I think the last game went at least 32. I didn't look at the time when it ended. All right. So now we are up against the Phoenix Siege. Giannis is in the mid lane. Good taunt on the Tsukiyomi. Gets an immediate beads. Cerberus jumps in. Jumps on the Tsukiyomi. Thanatos lands and deletes the Khepri. Apollo gets clipped by the Giannis ult, but goes in anyway. Super Numbers confirms a kill with his dash. Binky takes out Khepri with probably a scythe. I don't even know. There's so much going on. Cerberus drop through portals. Giannis speeds. Titan so very low. Only Artio and Giannis there, and they can't do enough to keep UofL off of this Titan. We are going to a game 3, 26-6 at 26 minutes. A lot of sixes in that sentence. My goodness. All right. That was fun. All right. I'm not going to stop the recording this time, but we are going to... I forgot to do this too. All right. Anyway, we are going to reset it again because this is required for the spectator to not be wonky. Because I used the number pad to move around the camera to different players. And if you don't restart the client between every single game, then it won't go to the correct, your intended player. It's high risk, so what do you really expect? All right. Bringing it back up. Perfect, perfect. Normally the wait shouldn't be long, but I've sat here and read that entire thing. Okay, this is abnormally long to log into Smite. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. Now. Damn it. Let's go ahead and try again. Because why not? Every moment is a moment of the picks and bans that I'm missing that I could be talking about. So, speaking of picks and bans that we're trying to get into, I fully expect to see a different, and honestly, a different type of draft from Michigan. I think that they're going to be like, okay, they adjusted to us. They're most likely going to put UofL on the K side. They're going to be like, okay, they adjusted to us. Now we need to change because last game it was if it's not broke, we won. Let's not try and fix it. But now it'll be a thing of, okay, we need to change some things because they've gotten used to it. And I think it'll be trying to combat this early objective play that they had, that UofL had going on in the second game. That's really where it came down to. They snuck away a Gold Fury. They did an early Pyromancer. They didn't have an amazing time early on. Go. Log in. Just do it. They were down 1,000 gold at 2 minutes, but they were able to get it back very, very quickly. So I'm expecting the draft from Michigan to have the initiation and everything else that you would expect. Okay, Thanatos, Pele, and Persephone ban from Michigan, and Odin, Geb, and Tiamat ban from U of L. First pick goes to Kepri for Michigan. Morgan Cthulhu picked. I love it immediately. Um, I've seen double Cthulhu on my team, thankfully, not against me, because I would hate that. Achilles picked. Achilles is so strong right now. If you're gonna give the job of shutting down a Cthulhu to anybody, it would be him. Ho Yi picked for Michigan. But Morgan, like you would assume, looking at this draft, okay, double Cthulhu. What are we gonna do, right? And now that they've let their jungler go, I fully expect to see a Nemesis ban because Nemesis just works so well. That ultimate shreds the huge Cthulhu. Athena grabbed instead of last pick. It is now right before the second wave of bans because that pick worked. I love it. Okay, Wheelish banned away from by U of L. Don't want to deal with it. Not too much jump, whatever. Just a very pressure pick for them. Apollo band, respecting that Apollo. Morgan Le Fay banned out by U of L. Making sure Rice will not have to put up with that kind of pressure. Raijin's still open though. I mean, if you think of pressure in the mid lane, you think Raijin. Robin banned away as well. A lot of jungle focus from Michigan right now. But I mean, there's still, a Thanatos. There's still a lot on the table. He could even take a Tsukiyomi away if he really wants to play it. Um, and Kamazats. Tried and true. Going to this Kama. Can't have a U of L game without some type of comfort pick somewhere on the map. And this game, it's Kamazats. Last game, there really wasn't one, was there? Trying to think. Cerberus. Okay. Gilgamesh Hover. I mean, Gilgamesh is really good. He's still good. I think he's in that weird spot right now where he kind of doesn't have a great role because he was really good. He was picked all the time when assassins weren't good. But now that assassins are good, he's not picked all that much anymore. He's not truly a solo laner. He did amazing in the jungle, but assassins are just so good right now, and there's not a nemesis ban. Like, how would you not pick a nemesis right now in your jungle role? And I mean, I don't know how great Achilles would be in the jungle. It would be annoying to go up against an Achilles jungle. My goodness. Plosh? Wait. I'm Plosh mid. Okay. Well, okay. We're gonna see Plosh. Jingwei picked up for the hunter role. Good, safe pick. Does a bunch of stinking damage. Pretty much giving away your early game unless you get some cheeky, taunt into a gust into just absolute demise. Probably for the opponent's support and just get ahead and kind of snowball out of control. Otherwise, you're just basically saying, okay, I just want to farm. I'm gonna get my items online, and I'll out rotate you, basically at every point because of my passive. Let's go ahead and before I forget again, blue side this time is Michigan. Red side this time is Louisville. And then we turn that off and we're good to go. All right. So you have the Athena Cthulhu. I mean, Cthulhu ults, and he's pretty much just like, okay, now I control the team fight. You either pay attention to me, or I'm gonna chase down all you guys and kill you. Or not really. Just like if you just stand there, you could run away. I might be able to chase you down. Um, you know, and if your Cthulhu ult is down, you'd be like, hey Morgan, do you have ult? Just do it. I think that the Morgan plays a lot like a magical. I've heard it being called a magical Loki, and I think you're gonna see Rice Master and you're gonna see Binky rotating together to make plays around the map. I don't think you're gonna see this Morgan sitting in the mid lane like we saw Morgan and just kind of farming her stuff. She's going to be active. And I think that'll be the best play for her. Now, Opwash. Opwash has to get some serious kills early and do some serious damage in order to do anything. I mean, if he's not positioned perfectly, he's gonna die. I mean, it's a blink 2-1 from this Kamazotz, and he's pretty much dead. If not, he drops his ult, and Kamazotz just goes, okay, I got bat out of hell. I don't have to worry about your ult. The real test for this Opwash is going to be wave, like, level 1, level 2. The level 1, level 2 where the junglers first rotate in. If he dies, it's going to be a bad game for him. If he doesn't, it might be okay. Might be. All right. Should be going to the loading screen very quickly. Hopefully, very quickly. There we go. And we will get into our game. I expect to see a bow build out of this Jingwei. Yet again, Super Numbers seemed very comfortable with his bow build. Gonna go ahead and look at the Gold Fury yet again. Wait for Pwash to load in, and we'll start moving everything. And there we go. I think it's going to be Achilles solo, Gilgamesh jungle. So I'll leave those two the same. Put them there. Oh, look. Basically everybody's where I want them to be. I don't remember player names on Michigan side. Forgive me. I remember, like, now that I look at them, I kind of remember. But if you were to ask me, hey, what player plays what role? I'd be like, I don't know. Sorry, I just don't. All right. Bow build coming from Jingwei. Mace build coming from this Ho Yi. See if he goes trans. Second item yet again. Mannequins coming out. Fourth Morgan. Sands of Time for the Opwash. And everything else is pretty standard. Cthulhu going with the Vampiric Shroud even after the nerf. Whereas Artio did not. But he's pretty much gonna need it. Warrior's Axe coming from the Achilles. I mean, Achilles could have used like Fighter's Mask or something. Alright. So, Opwash going to lane with Morgan. Ooh, got that one first, huh? That's interesting. Gets out cleared. Okay, so he plays back far enough that he doesn't get blinked on. Gilgamesh is right there to help heal. And they are going to contest. Gilgamesh drop kick stuns both of them, but Alpwash too far behind. To do any follow-up damage. Gilgamesh does get a lot of good damage there in the mid lane. Athena, Jingwei, boxing out Ho Yi and Khepri and out clearing them as well. Cthulhu, Achilles, a lot more, much more even health than I thought they would be. Gilgamesh trying to drop kick his opponent mid laner. And this is going to be what Gilgamesh has to do. He's going to have to babysit this Pwash. For Pwash to do anything of worth here. Wow. Dash. No avail. Athena getting pretty low over in the duo lane. Pressure looking to go back and forth. Which, I mean, honestly, you would expect a Khepri looking for a pluck. Backed up far enough. Pluck coming in on the Athena. Athena going down very low and gets hit by Pies of Doom for the first blood, going to the Khepri. Khepri body blocking for his Ho Yi. First blood going to the dual lane of Michigan. Otherwise, not much going on over here. Khepri having the highest net worth. Love it. Wow, player damage, a lot coming out of this Jingwei. It's all poke damage though, so unfortunately. Achilles and Cthulhu kind of doing what they do. Was that stolen? No. Okay, Jingwei does have her buff. So it was, the purple buff was not stolen. Just looking for the Harpy invade, I think. Archers cleared out. Athena and Jingwei going to back. Gilgamesh jumps in the mid lane. Pwash comes over and everybody just kind of disperses. Interesting pings. Khepri looking for a root and a rolly ball onto this Jingwei, putting out a little bit of poke damage, but it is just tickling damage. You really just kind of want to zone out this wave, but they didn't do a good job. They could have just held it. But they know that Jingwei can't really move up and do anything. So they are going to abuse that. Ooh. Okay. Gilgamesh, Pwash take their own red. Ho Yi left to solo clear. He backs. Ooh. Gilgamesh looked at by this Jingwei Athena. Oracles go the way of Louisville after some taunts and gusting and a whole bunch of tactful play around these oracles to keep the Gilgamesh from drop kicking them into oblivion. That's an interesting use of a taunt. Probably thought he was still in range. Taunt is not something you want to waste. You want to be hitting somebody with your taunt every single time you use it. A lot of poke damage coming from this Opwash as well. God, he's annoying. Whoa, pause coming out. I don't know what that calm down was. Like Gilgamesh? He looks to be moving very fast. So, pause coming out. Currently 1-0 in Michigan's lead. 300 gold lead. So, not really too much of a lead going on. Yeah, basically like Gilgamesh going a defense item, second item, instead of another offense, goes Jotuns into a breastplate. Kepri has his thieves finished, but he did get first blood, so there's that. I would expect him to finish the item before Athena. That is going to be a do more build coming out of the Morgan. To be expected. Game unpauses in 2, 1, and go. Don't know why that was, but is it another pause? Looks to be another pause. Anywho's, we look at the player damage, Achilles and Cthulhu up top, except for the Jing Wei, who's doing a lot of player damage for some odd reason. Looks like Hui is going to be looking at this Scorpion, which is interesting at this point in the game. That will hurt him quite a lot. Otherwise, a Jotuns instead of a defensive item coming out for this Achilles. This Achilles is going to want to be aggressive. Just aggro, aggro, aggro coming out of this Achilles. That's what I predict. And Achilles is hard to deal with. I was looking at his scalings earlier, and oh my god, it's like a 90% scaling on one of his ability. I think it's on his shield badge. Ugh. So building offensive on him is a very good idea. I mean, you're going to be missing a frontliner, but if you build both your jungler and your solo laner kind of bruiser, then you'll basically have an equivalent of 2 tanks and 1 assassin. So it kind of evens out. It just depends on how much damage he's going to be taking. Honestly, game unpause. Okay. Kamazot's invading. I mean, it's kind of what you would expect Kamazot to do. Kamazot. Ult. Athena's coming in. Gets a taunt. Cthulhu ult up. Achilles ult already down. Kamazot's trying to get this last hit and does grab it. But Cthulhu's so low. Does he? Yes, he did get tagged by that. And Alplash grabs that. That kill is based off of the explosion there. That is necessary for this squash. Killing the Achilles, fantastic. Solo laner for solo laner kill. 1 kill goes over to the jungler, 1 kill goes over to the mid laner, Aplash, who needed as much help as he could possibly get. Seeing this Plash not punished yet is bothering me. Gilgamesh, Kepri looking to grab the Scorpion. Jing Wei looks to be a little out of position. She will get it. There's no way she gets tagged right here. None. Going straight back to the Scorpion. Jing Wei rotating around. They do have a ward there, so that is something they do want to be wary. They know what is happening here. Double taunt comes in from this Athena, but purple buff goes the way of Jing Wei. Good zoning by the Athena. Let's look at net worth real quick. See where the solo laners are. They're even. I expected this to go much, much more in the favor of this Achilles. Achilles getting very aggressive, but he doesn't, he didn't clear. Now you're just going to get poked by this Cthulhu. Ooh, Gilgamesh chasing the Kamazats. Jumps. Kamazats jumps. Nothing happens. Collapse starting to come in from the solo laners and the mid lane. But to no avail. Nothing happens. It's like almost like a jungle superiority thing going on here. I'm better than you. Get over here so I can show you. Jingwei jumped on. The drop kick off the mark. Wow. He like turned it at the last minute. Didn't get any beads. Good bead discipline. Of course, I don't know why you would want the beads a drop kick, to be honest. Maybe the resulting stun. Beads coming out from UofL and his ultimate. Good grab on the Athena. Khepri was nowhere to be seen. That is something that I want to see a lot more. Cthulhu dinging 10 first. Looking to get quite aggressive. With Cthulhu having no wave to heal off of. It's going to be necessary for him to play a little bit safer than he was. Oh, yeah, he's starting to do some damage. And Gilgamesh also coming over. He's going to blink, drop kick into the wall. Cthulhu ults, Achilles gets the execute, and gets out. Both Achilles and Gilgamesh ultimates expended, and Cthulhu ults in return. And beads from the Gilgamesh. Beads drop kick ultimate into Achilles ult. A lot put out right there to get this Cthulhu down, but they did. It worked. Not sure how much you would want to focus on this Cthulhu, but you know, Genji's second item for the Achilles as well. And Gilgamesh, instead of finishing this breastplate, he's going into another offensive item. That'd be trans or dominance? Could he be going Heartseeker? That's a big question. Jingwei looking to get aggressive on this OE. OE puts his mark on her and says, are you sure you want to do this? Taunt comes in, beads come out. Ooh, OE ultimate dropped onto this Jingwei, which gets him out. That was an interesting turnaround. Oh, okay, I'm trying to remember who is who here. Alright, so Kamazat's poked out to have health. Jingwei already backing. Gilgamesh here. Morgan got missed. Kamazat's jumps. Athena's and like this is such a confusing team fight. Oh, okay. Michigan takes the Gold Fury. Cthulhu dies. Athena dies. The Splash claims 2 more kills. That's disgusting. I know that the explosion to confirm the Fury also killed the Athena and weakened that Cthulhu so much. My goodness, this... Ooh, into the wall. Khepri ult expended to save his own life and not give a kill over to the mid laner of UofL. 6-1 is the kills. About 4,000 gold in the lead, almost roundabout, is Michigan. Gold Fury does get down by Michigan. UofL is sitting at 3-0-1. I don't like this. He should not be doing this well. We look at player damage. He is second in player damage right behind Achilles because, you know, who would expect an Achilles to not be top player damage? Just being honest. Oh, I think the only reason this Pwash does as well as this is because Thanatos isn't in the game. If Thanatos was in the game, this Pwash would be dead so many times. But it was a good ban from Cthulhu ult going after this Achilles yet again. And Achilles ultimate coming out as well. Oh, tried to blink. Wins the Samesh. Coming out as well, but they're just gonna try and run. Flash ult as well. Wins this Athena. Athena gets drop kicked into a corner. Dashes away. The other. Gilgamesh wants this Athena though. Morgan is there. Peels just a little for his Athena. Athena gets rooted. Blink confirms. Ho Yi and Jing Wei kind of going at it. Ults traded. Let's look back at the mid lane. Seeing things go on all over the map. Athena is the only kill claimed there after so many ultimates expended. I think the only one... Have we seen Morgan ult yet? I don't think we have. That's why I'm sitting here going, oh, the only one who didn't ult on UofL was Morgan. But now I'm thinking, have I seen her ult at all? Because I don't think, like, you could ult into a Khepri and save your support's life. I mean, it'd kind of be a troll way to use it, but something that I would do. That's something as a support main that I would do just to troll the team. Be like, oh, you want to pick Khepri to res your team? Well, I can do that too. I'm going to pick Morgan support. Greater Scorpion on the Fire Giant side, taken down by Michigan. Blue buff looks like it was stolen. No, it was not stolen. Confirmed by UofL. Ho Yi in the mid lane for some odd reason. Looking at the mid tower. Yep. Khepri going straight under. Ho Yi going, okay, I'll just damage this from half health. It's not a big deal. Doing 57 a shot and taking way too long. Pyromancer coming up right now. 4 from UofL are around. Jingwei taking out the tower on the dual lane side. Pyromancer has been started, is under half health. Kamizat's and Cthulhu there. Cthulhu drops, but doesn't get damage out fast enough. And has to get away, losing almost half of his HP. Jingwei is looking at taking this T2. Will have to back fairly quickly though. There's no way she gets this before Ho Yi shows up. Nope. Just leave. You get it to half health, that's good. You can try to do it again later. Ho Yi is looking for it though. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to catch her. But Gold Fury is coming up soon, which is what Michigan is going to look to group around right now. Red buff is secured. Athena drop kicked into a wall again. Gilgamesh knocked up by the gust. Kamizat's Khepri ult. Gilgamesh ult. Kamizat's looking to, and gets the secure and bat out of hell. Doesn't get all 3 swipes, but doesn't need it. Only uses the second one and drops down immediately after. Good play by Binky. Cthulhu being annoying. Ulting right in the face of this Ho Yi. Doesn't do enough damage to really scare him, but Flash goes in deep. Ho Yi takes out this Kamizat's. 2 Cthulhus in the air. And Flash will go down to the opponent mid laner, but the Ho Yi grabs the triple kill. And they will take the Gold Fury. So many taken down. One fight, 3 for 2. Gold Fury taken down as well by Michigan. Fantastic, like that was the team fight game plan from UofL, but I think they've just been put in a place where it's not gonna work. This Ho Yi is huge. I mean, that's the lead right now is in the solo lane and the ADC role for Michigan. This Ho Yi is gigantic. He has Crusher, he has Trans, he has Aussie. He's going into what looks like to be probably a Kins. I highly doubt it will be Execution. Oh, beautiful triple bounce. But that was the game plan from U of L, and it just didn't work. Like, yes, Alpwash died. Fantastic. The gold goes over to the Morgan, who finally grabs himself a kill. And we got to see him ult. Because I'm fairly certain at this point that's his first ultimate of the game, which is concerning because it's 18 minutes when that happened. Cthulhu getting pressured under his own T1, but he will lose the T1. Gilgamesh drop kicks him into the wall. He ults in response, not the way you want to be playing Cthulhu, but doesn't really have all that much choice. Gets executed out of his ultimate by the Achilles, who is, oh, so obnoxious. Wait, what you think? Oh, Jingwei jumped on by Gilgamesh. Morgan also has to use beads to get away. Athena is so very low. Pwash grabs the kill on the opponent's support. Ultimate comes out, bat out of hell in response, but he knows he is going down into a world of hell and gets taken out by the Achilles, surrounded by 4. Ow. Spiraling out of control very fast for UofL, but they are trying new comps, new roster setups. And, I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure that they lost to Michigan last time as well. So, I think that this set, in general, has been a positive for UofL. We're not going to call the game just yet. Crazy things have happened. I'm just saying it is spiraling quite out of control. An 8.5k gold lead for Michigan at 20 minutes. Items getting a little bit out of hand. Most are a full item ahead of their counterparts, or roundabout. Jingwei has caught up in levels. Interesting fact. But now the jungler's behind. Now your mid's behind. ADC's behind a level. And your solo is still behind 3. This Cthulhu has not really been effective this game, and it is concerning. UofL is gathering around this Pyromancer, and they are looking to burn it long before any reasonable resistance can be put up. Athena getting chunked out. Hou-Yi looking to contest. Gets a good stun, but UofL takes it. Oh, but they have to run, they have to run, they have to run. Cthulhu's so low, Athena's so low. Camazotz, Cthulhu has to blink defensively. Rice Master gets taken out off screen. Athena taken out by Alpwash. And yes, they take the Pyromancer, but they lose 2 in the process and are going to lose a tier 2. And they might have to put up a 3v5 Phoenix defense. 4v5. No, 3v5. So it was Rice and Sin that lost. Cthulhu ults in response and immediately dies. He can't even start to do anything. Jingwei gets poked out so heavily. She has to ult out. Camazotz has to ult out as well. Gilgamesh going in fountain to drop kick the Jingwei into oblivion. Oh, that's so troll. Loses his life for it, but still gets to drop kick the Jingwei and kill her in fountain. Ridiculous. Taunt coming out. Hou-Yi immediately beats. What was that Achilles? Who knows? No, that was Hou-Yi beats. Camazotz jumping onto this Hou-Yi. Capriol going onto the Hou-Yi as well. Capriol does get popped. Ow. So many kills going the way of this Achilles. Achilles 5-1 and 9. Alpwash 6-1 and 10. Hou-Yi ult drop. Titan just second thought at this point for the kills. 5-0 and 9 for the Hou-Yi. GG Michigan takes it 2-1. We are going to pull up the details screen because I like to give that opportunity if the team wants to watch the VOD back. Thank you all for watching. I believe that the next games are on Saturday. Let me double check real quick. Not the right one. Let's look at announcements. No. Wow. Both of them are on Thursday, tomorrow. No. Yes. What day is it? My goodness. I'm terrible at this. Yeah, so both games are tomorrow, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. I will be casting them. I will be streaming them and recording them as per usual. It's against UGA, which I don't know who that is, in Wisconsin. Wisconsin at 10, UGA at 8. Join us tomorrow for some spicy, spicy games. See you later.